Imagine your life as a quest, a giant quest. Nothing that happens in your life is accidental. Each thing serves its purpose to nudge you into the right direction so that you walk your path to eventually arrive to the place where you would remember who you are and what your aim in life is. And this giant quest has its levels. It's like a game, like video game. And before you are able to move on to the next level, the universe offers you tests, mini quests, side quests, which are testing your faith in your imagination, your faith in yourself, your faith in your own power and capabilities. And if you break, if you doubt yourself, you don't pass the level. So you're gonna cause a pattern which will appear over and over again until you learn that lesson or you manage to pass the test with a continuous faith in yourself and in your imagination, and then you move on to the next level. And then it's the next level. But it's a constant test, test after test, test after test.
I think destiny is a process of discovery. Think of it as a carpet that's unfurling in front of you as you take a step. So the destiny may or may not already be written, but at the same time you have to choose whether to walk it or not. And you're discovering your destiny as you progress forward. And really only you know if you're on your path because you can feel it. Nobody else can tell you whether you're on it or not. Are you aligned with your dreams, right? Are you aligned with the way that you envisioned your life to be? Are you manifesting the things that you have in your mind? Are you fulfilling your desires? Are you happy, right? When you look deep inside, are you happy? Or are you filled with a sense of uncertainty? But that's okay too, because what that means is that perhaps you're not on the main quest line, the main storyline, that you're on one of the side quests, which is okay because those are necessary. It's like when you step into a dungeon. It's like when you step into, you know, off on the side to gather some gear and gather some wisdom, so that you can then get back on the main storyline and continue the main quest. So those are necessary too because you learn something about yourself. The only thing is, it's okay to be stepping off and to be doing all of these side quests, but eventually you have to beat whatever boss that is and get through that process so that you can learn whatever you were meant to learn and gain the skills that you were meant to gain so that you can get back on your main quest. And the best part is this: that carpet is going to be right where you left off. So let's say you had a particular dream or a vision that you wanted to be somebody in a particular field. It could be maybe you wanted to be a chef, maybe you wanted to be a director, it could be anything. Imagine that you were pursuing that, and for a moment there you decided to veer off into something else. And there's no reason to be hard on yourself for that because that was meant to happen and it couldn't have happened any other way. You had to do it because this is the nature of the world. This is the way that things are set up. And it doesn't really matter. You don't have to waste time questioning who set it up this way and why is it set up this way and whether you think it's fair or not. Once you see the rules of the game, once you see the way that things are, understand that. And sometimes it lasts for a couple of days, and sometimes it lasts for a couple of years. And that's when it feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Just over and over again, you're reliving the same day or the same process or the same cycle or the same patterns, and you feel like no progress is being made and nothing is happening. And that's when you know, when you start getting those feelings, that's when you know that something is off and that you need to reconsider your situation. And there's no time frame on this. You can return at any moment that you like. It's your choice or not. It's very easy to get to give yourself a bunch of reasons about why you should be doing something that's not your dream or that's not your passion or that you don't want to do, or to put yourself in a relationship that you don't necessarily want to be in, but you're sacrificing for the greater good or for this or for that because it has to be done. If you're telling yourself these sort of things, if you're okay with that, if you're comfortable with that, one day you'll wake up and 40 years have passed, and you've been doing the same thing for 40 years, and you feel like you haven't made any progress. And then you may discover that you do live with regret. Everything is choice. And once you've made the choice, you can choose a different choice. That's the secret.
To me, the side quests are necessary because they teach us skills that are gonna serve us in the big picture when we get back on the main quest. Um, the problem with them is when we simmer in the side quest for too long, like he's saying, because of comfort, the fear, lack of courage. You know, you just like it comfortable. You don't know what's gonna happen now when you get back on the main course, following your dreams. It's scary, it's unknown. Here is safe, here is comfy. But the truth is that if you purposefully choose love over fear, finding the courage to get out of the comfort zone and pursue your dream on the main quest is actually not that hard. It's just a matter of a mindset. And you can do it. You can do it. You can purposefully decide that you don't want to live with fear, that you're not afraid of taking things in your hands, taking control over your life, and start calling the shots the way you like it, as opposed to live under the umbrella in somebody else's vision, under somebody else's lead, which can only serve you up to one point, right? There is only so much you can learn at one place. And the more time you wait, the more time you waste. But time is your most valuable asset. So learn that skill, use it as a stepping stone, and move back on your main dream quest. Create the reality you want, create the life that you want, create your own empire. This is your life. Live it the way you want it. You know, make your own rules. But when you lead with love, it's not scary anymore because there are no wrong moves. How can you be wrong when you lead with love? You can't. You got this.
If you're not creating and you don't have an aim that you're following, the power of imagination works like this. So if you're not the one that's dictating and making the rules, somebody else is going to be dictating and directing you and making the rules. So there's nothing wrong with that, but just understand that it's your time. So are you choosing how you spend your time, or is your time being chosen for you? Are you choosing the type of work that you're doing, or is that type of work being chosen for you? Your relationship that you're in. Are you in the type of relationship that you want to be in? Do you have the freedom to have time for yourself? Are you still pursuing the things that you want to pursue? Are you happy? Is it rejuvenating the relationship? If not, you're on somebody else's time. You're not on your own.
You know how they say that you are the director, producer, and actor in your own movie? So when you are not acting on your main quest, you're in somebody else's movie and you're not the main character. Believe me, you might be a background character. So if you're okay with that, great. But why would you be settling for that when you can be the main actor, the main character, and you can create the movie of your dreams, right? Each time we speak about the universe, the divine, God, you know, they are the creators, but you're also a co-creator. Okay. And so until you start seeing yourself as a co-creator of your life,
Things will just be happening to you.
things are just going to be happening to you. You're going to be reacting to circumstances as opposed to creating them for yourself the way you like them. You're more than just a human being with limitations. You're much greater than that. You have an immense power because if universe exists within him and within me and within every living creature, then you are a co-creator on a smaller scale. It's an immense power that God or the universe or the divine, whatever you want to call it, has given you. Why won't you use that power to your advantage? You know what I mean? Like, take control.
It was your destiny to use that power in the first place.
Absolutely. The universe created you to be successful. So be successful. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
You
Till
got
next
it.
time.